Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today we are back on the Great Western Express Remastered route in the EWS Class 66, which has been newly brought up to standard with ported sounds and dynamic suspension. And we're going to do a run from here at Acton Yard over to West Drayton with some VTG tankers from Cargo Line Volume 1. I've not made a video on Cargo Line Volume 1 yet, so this should be a interesting run. Let's increase the depth of field just so we can see stuff. As you can see, we are active mainline. Got some JNAs, HKAs, and HOAs. And yeah, we have all layers active and enabled except for the one for the North London line, from the North London line, aka Mile May line. Let's get going. Right, reverse in. Let's keep it in neutral for now. Direct brake on. High speed we don't really need since we've got a short run. Let's release the automatic brake. Headlights to day running. Instrument lights on. Turn the instrument lights down a tad. Don't really need them. Do like having them though. Let's go to brake timing, please. Good timing. And I believe the brakes are already cut in. They are cut in, so we can exit that screen. Let's open this fuse cabinet back here. DSD, AWS, shut that cabinet, and yeah, we already did this panel. So we are just about ready to go here. Oh, there goes a First Great Western Dynamic Lines HST. I do have some branding patches enabled, which you can find a link to down in the description. Let's get going. So should have the HST zooming past. There it is. I do love the First Great Western Dynamic Lines stuff. I've also got Heathrow Connect branding patch, London Underground branding patch, First Great Western patch that also includes the Plain Blue and Dynamic Lines Turbo Network deliveries. And yeah, I think that's it as far as I'm aware. Right, we have 8.5 miles to West Drayton, so not too far. The Cargo Line Volume 1 services don't go for too long. What service is this? 6 Victor 19 Grain Oil Terminal to Coldbrook Logistics. Oh, just keep it in neutral since we are at a red signal. There's Acton Mainline Station just over there. Do have a lot of tankers today. Oh. Well, decent amount of tankers. Come on, just let me through the signal. Wonder if we've got a train coming through that's blocking the way. So that HST just went through Ealing Broadway. It's the Paddington to Cheltenham Spa. It's 1 Golf 29. We also have Heathrow Airport to Paddington. That's a Heathrow Connect service. So that might be the one blocking us. Let's see. Also got heading to Heathrow Airport. Oh, that's another Heathrow Connect service. We've also got which is a intermodal train, I believe. 4 Echo 03 Bristol Terminal to Felixstowe North. Yeah, I think the Heathrow service is the one getting in the way, and it's going to be stopping. Is it going to be stopping at Ealing Broadway? Yeah, it is. Annoyingly. So we're just gonna have to wait until we can go. We're using the grey tankers today from Cargo Line Volume 1, which I have not seen before. I've seen the red ones, blue ones. Are there green ones? There's quite a few different ones. There's half ladders or full ladders. There's quite a lot of variety in the pack, to be fair. And it doesn't really even look like the... These were based on the TEAs from the BR Heavy Freight Pack from Northern Transpennine, if I'm not mistaken. And Skyhook did do an excellent job on upgrading these to a modern stand. Look at that. We've got a handbrake. Is there anything else that I can do? It's got like proper safety stuff on it too. Proper labeling with some decent weathering on them. But I think if any TEAs would qualify as my favorite, it's the ones from Blackpool branches, because those ones are very well weathered. Yeah. These ones do look decent, to be fair. They're not my favourite TEAs in the game, but they do look absolutely decent. Oh, hello. Fast networker turbo. Believe we're still waiting for that Heathrow service. Let's see. Oh, he's just leaving Paddington. He is electric, so should be pretty fast. What's that station? West Acton. Oh, that's an underground station, isn't it? I'm going to have to go have a look at that. Very interesting indeed. Wonder if they... I did have a look at... What is the one after West Ealing on the Greenford branch? Like, Drayton Green is modelled. It doesn't have, like, any collectibles there, but it is modelled. So, I wonder if Acton Green, I think it is the same. Come on, just let me through. How's performance doing? 56, 57 frames per second, considering the amount of stock around. That's pretty decent. Yeah, it's been a bit since I've driven the EWS 66, now sadly no longer to be seen on the British Railways network. I think EWS went bankrupt and was folding it into the DB Cargo group, if I'm not mistaken. There's the Heathrow Connect service. Complete with branding patch, of course. Right, please let me through. Just put it in forward just to... You know, come on, really? Really good? Oh, really? The intermodal trains coming in. Oh, trains do stop at West Acton, as you can see. It's on the Central line. I'm going to have to see if that's modelled. I did not know that was there. So we're currently waiting for the intermodal service to come through. Let's see. Is he going to come into the yard, or is he going to go straight through and then up this line here? That's the North London line, by the way. The Richmond branch, if I'm not mistaken. You're doing 30 miles an hour. Oh, you're coming off. And you're still doing 30. Okay, that is good. So it shouldn't be too long before the track is clear. Let's see. There he is, look. Is it DB Schenker or DB Cargo? Because both of those can layer on. DB Schenker is included with the route, while DB Cargo is the more modern iteration. Don't know why DB Cargo layers on, since it isn't realistic for this time period, as I've just realised, but it is what it is. Man, he is flying in here. It's DB Schenker. Okay, that makes more sense. Right. Maybe we have to wait for it to pass this signal before we're good. Excuse me. Right. Once he passes this signal, I think we might be clear, but we'll see. Please clear me. You're not gonna clear me. Really? Is there a service from behind? Oh yeah, the Paddington to Reading. We'll be stuck behind this guy for the whole time, if I'm not mistaken. There goes a District Line D stock. That's the 1972 stock in lieu of the S stock, if I'm not mistaken, representing Central Line services. Yeah, we're waiting for this chap to power through. You're doing 78 out of 80 miles an hour. Decent. Yeah. It's a 165 with a 3 car on the back. There he is. Let's have a look. Both first Great Western dynamic lines. Nice. Alright, are you going to let me through now? Please do let me through. Please let me through. Come on. I've been waiting here for ages. Please. Maybe I have to wait for it to pass the next signal block, which is here. There's a Central Line train. There's a District Line. Let's see. Well, there is an HST heading through Ealing Broadway at 100 miles an hour from Oxford to Paddington. Yeah, we're still at red. Really? Oh, we're waiting for this chap. Paddington to Greenford. Really? There goes an HST. GWR green. Just trade spotting while I wait for my train to be cleared. Is this service like a little bit broken? Because, yeah, we're waiting here for a lot longer than I thought we would be. There's a First Great Western HST. Let's actually open a window so we can hear it. You're not gonna let me through, are you, game? Greenford stopper is pulling out an active mainline. I believe that's the only service that stops. All these services that stop there are the green hourly, or no, half hourly Greenford shuttle. You're really not gonna let me through, are you? Oh, Banbury to Paddington. That might be the one blocking the way, because I have to cross the. There's so much traffic. I just can't get a slot out onto the line, man. Right, I just have to wait for the Banbury service. Oh, will the Acton service? Ah, it's at yellow. Be it. Oh, we might have to wait for the Greenford stopper to come through. Why? Oh man, there goes the intermodal service off the map, that direction. My goodness, that is a lot of stuff at Old Oak Common. My goodness. Old Oak Common to Labour Depot. Oh, that's the one HST, HST light loco service. 0 Zulu 77, if you didn't know. We will be playing that in a future video because I want to try that one out. Looks very interesting indeed. Yeah, that you can actually see Southern Class 377-2s heading across this line if you've got West Coast Main Line South, which is a very interesting layer indeed. Yep, Greenford Shuttle's got the green. In real life, the Greenford Shuttle never goes to Paddington anymore. It just there is a new bay platform built here at West Ealing, so it just does the shuttle back and forth from West Ealing to Greenford. Never goes as far as Paddington anymore. That's been taken over by the Elizabeth Line stuff. Right, Paddington to Greenford. Euro 165. Just let me through, please. Just watch Greenford shuttle. There he is. Look. Just put the camera right here, so the pole doesn't block the way. And since he's a networker turbo, he's having to very slowly accelerate up to speed. Yeah, there he is, on his way to Greenford. I do love the new rail singing sound implemented. And we've got two new remasters coming. We've got the Cologne to Aachen remaster coming tomorrow, which is a bit nuts. And we've got the East Coastway remaster coming soon. Should be a lot of fun. And for people who are not fans of the 66, Hope is coming. All Aboard Studios just announced that they're doing a Freightliner Class 70, which is very nice. That we're finally getting another UK freight locomotive modern era that's not the class Class 66. That'll be very nice to have. Don't know if I'll get it day one. I want to learn what the substitutions are first, but we'll see. Oh, yes! Finally! It only took 14 minutes of recording, and we're clear to go. So let's add 2 notches of juice. Let's add some sandstick. I forgot to mention we're also using live weather today. That's why it's cloudy. Oh, crumbs. Over-revved a tad. Let's just... Come on, up to speed, buddy. Oh, we have pretty bad wheel slip. Why? I have the sand stick on, yeah. Brakes are fully released. I'm just gonna have to like flick it on and off. Come on. Just having to flick it on and off. I've never had to do this. Ooh, HST. With the 66 before, I've never had to flick it on and off to prevent it from wheel slipping. These tankers are very, very heavy. There goes an HST. I do love Great Western Express is my favorite. I'm not going to be and I'm going to say that this is my favorite route in the game now, because the job that Liam of Grump Dog Games did on this line is just absolutely amazing. That he was able to pull this route off to this level of detail, considering, yeah, he couldn't make any new stock. Right, notch 4, come on. Now we have a red signal coming up, but yeah. Excuse me. 8.5 miles to West Drayton. Hopefully we can get some decent speed going, because all that we have in front of us is the Greenfoot stopper, and he'll be heading off toward Greenfoot at West Ealing, so won't have him in front for too long. Yeah, look, there, the signal at Ealing Broadway just turned yellow, which is very nice. Finally have a slot to get onto the main line. Only took us years of waiting for services to streak past it every which way. It's so funny, this route felt abnormally quiet before the remaster in the 2016, both the 2016 and Diesel Legends timetables, but now, at times, like the one we just experienced, it feels almost too busy, because this is just, the amount of traffic that's on this route sometimes is bananas. Another thing that was announced in the roadmap is the collectibles for the Tadami line, which I know isn't too big a thing, but it does look awesome. Does look awesome, the collectibles we're getting. Won't go into detail here. Oh, hello. There goes a Central Line service, represented by the 1972 stock. Going to have to ride one of those to... what is the station called? West Acton, that's the one. Easy does it. Ooh, it likes to wheel slip. It does like to wheel slip this. Hopefully the 70 will be... yeah, I'm on the fence about getting the 70 by all aboard, because I don't know if I need Birmingham to Crewe to get it, because it's like one of the main selling points of the 70 is that it's going to be a primary layer on Birmingham to Crewe. Also by all aboard studios, which I don't want to get, if I'm being honest. If I'm going to get any all aboard studios route, it's going to be the Trent Valley line, or maybe if they make like a North Wales coastline in the future, I don't know. But yeah, I want to see if it substitutes in for 66. Excuse me, services on other routes. If it doesn't, then I probably won't get it. If it does, then I'll get it day one, because it does look good, and from the sound teaser they've released, it does sound excellent. Alright, there's... oh wow, D-Stocks everywhere, Central Line service pulling in. This route feels alive in a way they never did before. There's a... oh, I imagine... oh yeah, I looked at that earlier. That's the Greenford shuttle on its way back to... whatever it was. Paddington. Look at these tankers. Absolutely brilliant. I know the cargo line service stuff isn't everyone's cup of tea. It certainly wasn't mine when it initially came out, but on a sale, and if you have the right routes like Midland Main Line, oh hello, release that. The cargo line packs are decently worth it. Right, notch 6. Ooh, we've got green, nice. Greenford shuttle pulled off. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, he's just on his way to Drayton Green now. Okie dokie. Right. maximum oomph, please. 66, but it's hauling a lot of cargo, is not the most powerful locomotive in the world. Having the Class 70 in the game will be a lot of fun, I imagine. Hopefully I can get it without needing Birmingham to crew, but and it'll layer into 66 services, but we'll see. If it doesn't, I just simply won't get it, because I'll have other add-ons to, I have other add-ons I haven't touched in ages, clamoring for time. Alright, here is West Ealing. 6.7 miles to West Drayton. Nice. We do have a long train today. There goes the Greenford branch off to the right hand side there. Come on. We are limited to 60 miles an hour today because we're on the slow line and we're not a multiple unit. If we were a multiple unit, we'd be able to do 80 miles an hour right now, but since we're freight service, we're limited to only 60, which is fair enough. Someone, Melbourne train guy, actually pointed out to me that the Class 66 actually does a rail tour early in the morning on this timetable, which I think the only other Class 66 rail tour I know of is on the Midland Main Line. So, I might have to give that a try. Sounds very interesting indeed. Here is Hanwell, I think this is. Yeah, I think this is Hanwell. Hanwell, yeah, this is Hanwell, alright. Very interesting station. This very old GWR era-esque. Before, like, pre-nationalization. Which is, vibe, which is pretty nuts, since nationalization was in what, 1949? 1948? 1949, I think it was. And, yeah, we don't have too long until re-nationalization. Great British Railways is already a thing. They've already incorporated a bunch of train operating companies under their banner, and they just have a few more to go. And then they'll start operating all trains under the Great British Railways banner, which is rather weird to think about, since privatization was in 1997. When you think about that, that was almost 30 years ago. That was almost 10 years before I was born, which is a bit nuts. And, yeah. Let's just say the British Railways network has not done too well under privatization. Looking particularly at the multitude of train crashes in the early 2000s and late 90s, which happened. I don't know exactly why. Well, it was mainly due to poor maintenance, I think. Some FKAs on the right there. Do prefer the FCA spine wagons and the FFA and FGAs, but the FKAs are decent considering how old the model is in game. Under 5 miles to West Drayton, almost at 50 miles an hour. Here's Southall. There's Southall Depot on the left, which is one of my new favourite places in the game to potter around, especially with especially in a Gronk. Pottering around Southall is a lot of fun. There's an HST, dynamic lines. Oh man, those are so cool. There's a Diesel Legends Gronk. Very nice. Here's Southall Station. Now, for this route, the February roadmap actually had some new images of the Great Western Express remaster. No, what am I saying? This route, the roadmap had some new images of the GWR HST farewell pack, which will have 9 new liveries for the HS, 7 new liveries for the HST, including famous ones like 43002 St Kenneth Grange, 43001, I think. There's a Heathrow Connect. 43001 Great Western in the Intercity Swallow livery, 43002's in the Intercity 125 livery, as it is currently preserved in the National Railway Museum, where I've seen it in real life, so yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. And it'll also have the GWR lettering. They'll include just bog standard GWR HSTs with vinyl GWR lettering instead of the metal plate lettering, because only a few HSTs had the metal plate lettering in real life. Most of them had the vinyl ones. And not only that, there'll be some new scenarios. It'll layer onto the timetables for Great Western Express and for the Riviera line, which I'm very excited about, since I do like me the Riviera line. And yeah. Oh, there's another shed service. With JNA's on the back. Aggregates wagons. Put it in notch 6, see if it can hold that, since we're doing 58. Two and a half miles to go. Is this Hayes and Harlington? I think it is. Yeah, it's Hayes and Harlington. Just about to go past the Heathrow Airport Junction. Do like the new suspension on the 66. Very nice. Do have a yellow signal. Okay. There goes the Heathrow Airport branch. Yeah, and also the GWR HST farewell packs. I think I forgot to mention two blue, unbranded blue Mark 1 barrier coaches, so HSTs can be shunted by Gronks. They can also like run their own services with, like, you could conceivably like put the Just Trains Mark 2F coaches on the back if you wanted to be really funny, if you wanted to do like a really unrealistic service. But yeah, it's mainly for shunting with the Class 08, I imagine. It should be a lot of fun. There's that Melbourne Train Guy also discovered something which I didn't know. The what is it? Oh, okay. It was just a approach control signal. Right. Right, let's add some power, HST, which means you know what time it is. Let's get a photo shoot with this bad boy. So yeah. Like, let's try and get the tankers in. Let's reduce the depth of field. Very nice. And add some motion blur. Even nicer. Yeah. What I was saying before was Melbourne Train Guy noticed that there is... Oh, hello. 3 car. Was that the class... What is it? 43 HST in First Great Western branding actually has a layer on the Riviera that during the autumn there's a pair of static HST power cars in First Great Western branding at Plymouth Lara Depot on the Riviera line. Okay. Yeah. Don't really like the automatic brakes on the 66. They take an age to release. Excuse me. We do have a 40 limit coming up. That doesn't really matter because we're currently doing 19. I slowed down a bit too much since I thought that was a proper red signal, not an approach control signal. But it is what it is. Getting shunted over. Yeah. There's also one more cargo line service we need to do. We've done cargo line 2 aggregate in the last video. We're doing cargo line volume 1 service now, but there is another cargo line that layers on, and that's cargo line volume 4 military with the KWA Warwell wagons. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. to do a service with. Here's West Drayton. Goods Loop. Oh man, I've been absolutely playing the heck out of the Great West Express Remaster. I don't think there's been another route I've touched except for Riviera during the whole time that this has been out, and I must say, I think I was waiting for this ever since it was announced for over a year, and I must say, despite the way I think Liam did a superb job on this, and I must say it was worth the wait. Oh goodness, don't stop. Stop. You see why I don't like the automatic brakes on this thing? Okay, it didn't count, which is good. Hate the automatic brakes on this thing, man. Hopefully the class 70 is a bit better and has like something like, I don't know, speed set. I don't think it does. I think only the class, I think the class 90 that's currently being developed by Alan Thompson Sim has a oh, really? Just bounces off the limiter and starts wheel slipping. Right. Just going to have to finagle the throttle to stop it from wheel slipping. Come on. Just watching that rev needle, man. Preventing it from... Yeah. Once I get to about 2.5 miles an hour, we should be good to stop doing this with the throttle. Alright, let's just leave it in notch 1. Don't. What? I did turn on the DV. I do have the DSD on. What do you think? Look, it's on. It's normal. What are you talking about, game? Alright, let's just sneak up to the signal. Not too fast, of course. Yeah, this took a lot. On the timetable, it says this service only takes 18 minutes. I've been recording for 32. I was lied to by the timetable. It must have thought that we had an earlier slot to get out on the line than we actually did. So this is the first, like, bugged, quote-unquote, service that I've encountered for the, in the whole 2017 timetable, which is definitely interesting. 60 yards to go. 45. Easy does it. Once I get within 20, I'll apply the brakes. And now. Okay, we might overshoot a bit. Actually, no. Basically perfect. It's pretty hard to perfectly stop a 66, so I will take that. Put the reverse for neutral since we are at a red signal. We don't have a DRA. There we go. So now we gotta do is wait for the service to complete itself. Took a lot longer than I thought it would be. There we go. Didn't lose any points for speeding. No on time bonus because it didn't. Had no time due there. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you are subscribed to the channel, hitting the bell for notifications so you never miss another one of these videos. Please do become a channel member if you can afford it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.